Welcome to East Lansing, Michigan. This afternoon at the place they call the Woodshed, on the banks of the Red Cedar, home to the Michigan State Spartans, where they are ready to start another campaign. A staple of the college football environment. Color-coordinated schemes in the stands. A stripe out today. Students, alumni, all fans have band together to try to make life miserable for these visitors. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Eastern Michigan Eagles, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Eagles will get this season underway as toe meets leather. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Michigan State's offense will go on the attack first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into this season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
One thing you know about this defense, they have got a pass rush. You cannot be predictable, especially when it comes to throwing the football. There is too much athleticism and length up front on this defensive line and in their front seven, and they register a sack early here on only the second play of the game.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That's reeled in. It's Boyd. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. The Spartans will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. The Eagles offense has its first opportunity of the day. It's not always easy to know what you're going to get when you come into a new situation as a transfer, but one thing, David, that will translate for this guy, when there's a hole, he knows how to hit it.
yeah, and how nice is it to have a guy, man, you know exactly what he is, who he is. He's been around your program. He knows the lessons you want him to teach. He's the guy you want him to be. And now he gets to step in as a senior with all that experience and lead this squad.
Yeah, and David, he's worked so hard for this moment too, right? This guy put his heart and soul into the offseason workout program, knowing this day was inevitably going to come. He's going to have an opportunity in this game to stat it up. He's going to get the ball early. He's going to get it often. A lot of people really excited to see how he plays in this one.
Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decibel meter on 3rd down. Look out, he's got room. Breaks into the open. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. Eastern Michigan going fast. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. You got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack.
This crowd, full throat, sweating the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Looking to fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Quickly complete. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A third down stop. Now to see what they do on fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Quick completion on the out. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dropping back, it's Childs. It's caught downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And the Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Wants to adjust the pattern. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback on the keeper. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Makes the catch. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with the first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sparty. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. He marched 78 yards down the field, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's McFarland. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Ashley. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
How about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Hauls it in, looking for space. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. One final play before the end of the quarter. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Grabbed behind the line, it's Boyd. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to throw, it's Childs. Snagged out of the air. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They'll go back to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Frazier. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in the hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Bought a little time, lets it go. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll call for the fair catch here. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Childs. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They'll throw it from the red zone. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. This offense thought they had the defense reeling on its heels, but the D stands tall and comes up with a sack.
Yeah, but why not, right? If I make a big play, I got no problem going back to it. But the defense said, I got you. I understand what you're doing. I know you're going back to it. They were ready for it. They had the answer for it, and they got the QB and got his butt on the ground.
Off the play fake. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It'll be 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Gets it out quickly. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's now 2nd and goal.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. This defense has been able to force a couple of 3rd downs, but they haven't been able to get the stop. Can they do it this? And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Florida Atlantic has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Boca Raton. They're up by 4 over the Judicials. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Here's a heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll keep it himself. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch near the 50. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Return takes it inside the 30, down to the 28 as the defense has them setting up shop from there.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. The sure hands, it's Ashley. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Quick strike complete. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll take the deep shot. Makes the catch and a huge play on the left side. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. Pushes toward the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Eagles!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking to throw, it's Child. Makes the grab over the middle. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Trying play action. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Touchdown, Eagles. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the 2nd quarter. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42.
Well, the quarterback wants that throwback, guys. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to drive down the field here in a 2-minute situation. We're going to get the lead. We're going to have the momentum going into the first half, but he got too aggressive, and he should have thrown that one away or eaten it, because now the other team has a chance to score points here at the end of the half.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. It's Clark. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Lofts one high and deep. Makes the catch down the right side. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a fascinating one going on in East Lansing. And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good, competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. And with that, let's head back to the place they've been playing football for more than 100 years, Spartan Stadium.
The Spartans will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Going to the run to start this second half. He's going to lose a yard on that one. That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. Wants to go up top. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Sparty's defensive front is dominating. They have a great history of doing that.
Man, getting after the quarterback, man, getting off the football, getting upfield, being disruptive, being a great defense that can stop the run and find the quarterback. Man, that's what you'd like to see if you're a Spartans fan.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Tries to do it himself on the draw. And eventually taken down. What about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage. Eastern Michigan going fast.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ashley. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Eastern Michigan surgical on offense right now. He'll pull it on the read. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. They'll run play action. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Eastern Michigan has it and a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it down. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. Second and 8 coming up. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Black. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decibel meter on third down. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Special teams coming through as they pin him back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Off from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. At the 15, he's loose. Got the first down and more. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it, and I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. Makes the catch.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in there. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. They take the lead with the 6. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Stanford has the lead right now, but there's no John Elway on this team, and that's why we have a tight one there on the farm. They're up by 7 over Hawaii.
Looking for a man. It's Childs. Fires to the big fella.
We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, we'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Makes the catch. It's Boyd.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. First down, 10 yards to go. Using his legs, it's Frazier.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. QB draw. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Parachek. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw. It's Childs. Firing to the right, complete. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the 4th with a touchdown. Was to pass. Looking for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Handoff to the lone back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a fit. And he is going down here, but we have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Spartans.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
The extra point here would tie the game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. This drive will open from the 15. He wastes no time and comes out throwing, setting up the screen. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. The Eagles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's McFarland. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. To the air on 1st down. Flips it out on the screen. Got a little space. There he goes. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. And the Eagles will line it up on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Ashley. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup. The Eagles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Now the play fake. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Catch in the middle, it's McCray. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Caught behind the line. It's McCray. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. To the air. It's Childs. Makes the grab. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. And the Spartans headed quickly to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Pulls it in, it's McCray. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the 1st down. On the ground, it's Frazier. Turning it on! Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. Caught in the backfield, it's Collier. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. They'll move the wide receiver. Run in the red zone, it's Frazier. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He'll do it himself. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Got it! This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. This offense right on the doorstep. They can grab. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Smarty! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Love the play call. Love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
They'll line up for the extra point, and at this juncture, every point matters. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. Breaks into the open. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Intercepted. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that is a back-breaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. They want that clock to run. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Spartans just want to hold on to this ball for the final minute. Unloads quickly. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming.
Number 45, on to kick it away.
They punt it away on fourth down. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Working the middle, it's complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Got to find a completion on this one. And down he goes. Had a chance to pull one out of the fire, and the defense slammed the brakes on it, and that's going to do it. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost them.